Hello and welcome to this cord cutting video. So this video has a different kind of backdrop, and I'm trying to create for these videos like a kind of sacred space that we can be in together and where we can work with different things. So the topic in this one is cord cutting. And before I'm starting, I just want to show you, because I have a big interest for plants, that what kind of plants are in the background here. So on this side, I have a pomegranate actually, and this one I got just a few days ago in the post from France, and it's a really beautiful kind of bush of pomegranate, and it has like a red stem as well, you know. And this one, it's supposed to be able to grow in a pot. And then on the other side here, this plant, it's a Lychee chinesis Kwai Mai tree. And it's supposed to be able to handle a little bit colder temperatures and give like maybe once a year a batch of lychee fruits. So I have this in this video because I feel like about, you know, it's a good space to bring plants in to any kind of sacred space, you know. And today we are focusing on cord cutting, and my kind of stance to cord cutting is that it's about detachment, and I think depending on how you kind of perceive this topic or like this concept of cord cutting, because I know that there are other people in this YouTube world who has done cord cutting, and kind of what it sort of is referring to is some form of detachment, you know, a detachment process. But it's not like a detachment of yourself. It's more like a detachment of other kind of things that maybe are linked to you in some form or way. For example, it could be that it's maybe something from your past that's still kind of with you and kind of is, you know, making itself known now and then, and maybe blocking you from like moving forward with some things in life. Or it might be that there are some kind of attachment that you are not aware of that you have, but kind of is coming from some other source, like some other kind of person or any kind of event that has taken place in your life where you have sort of gotten this attachment. And it can also be like a conscious process, I'm sure about that if you, for example, have you know there is something that you are kind of involved with, and you feel like that specifically is not really serving for you, that is something you kind of want to get out of, or you want to take a distance to, that can also be something to like cut the cords to. But it can also be some kind of emotional process, like maybe you feeling, I don't know, you may be feeling jealousy, maybe you feeling anger, resentment, or some kind of, you know, like emotion that you have, and you want to cut the cord to that whole experience of like pattern of continue to experiencing it. Not necessarily to block yourself from feeling, but from absolutely not blocking, but like to, if it's a pattern that coming forward for you in a often kind of happening occurrence, maybe you want to cut away that pattern from your kind of print of emotions and processes that you have. Or it might be some kind of pattern of thoughts that you kind of have and you feel like this is something I just want to get rid of. But however, I would say with thought patterns in yourself, in your own mind, it's difficult to just cut a cord and get rid of it, because it's like the mind and your thought processes, they have like a different, how they are kind of functioning. That's like you need to do more work to get like cut away some form of thought pattern. But I mean cord cutting about more like external, other things outside you. And I think also it's about a process of being kind of grounded in yourself, because as you will cut the cords to different things, you have to stand your ground yourself and be like, that you letting this not coming back to you. Because if I cut a cord and that cord maybe try to reappear in your life in the future, you don't want that to happen, so keep that in mind, that you don't want that. So that's why grounding, very good. So I keep a little bit of the plants in this video as well. And for me to do this energy work, I'm bringing this energy in here with, I think it's called unakit, and then I think this is some kind of jade that kind of has ground, earth kind of element in here. And I will just clear the space here, and for that purpose I have a spray. So not spraying in your energetic field, but like the space where I'm in. So for example, the plants behind me, and just let that clearing of my space also be. And because we are sharing the space in this session, I did find some tools for cord cutting that we will be using in this session. Candle. I have the amethyst, your like kind of connected to your third eye, to your intuition, because I think that you need to be use your intuition to kind of know what kind of cords that you have and that is attached to your energetic field or to your life in some way, and that you need to identify those cords, because otherwise they will be more like, if there is a cord connected to you in some form, it will kind of govern you until you are aware that it is kind of connected or in relation to you. And it's important that you use your intuition to identify it, and then we can cut that cord for you in this session. So I just have the amethyst that kind of is for you to set the intention to activate your intuition, your third eye, kind of sending you the energy to helping to open your third eye and your intuition, like your whole kind of gracious kind of eye, inner eye, and just have that kind of sensing out and sensing through you what is here and right now with you, and what kind of cords that you might have. And this can take a time actually to identify. So if you feel like you maybe don't know where even to start, maybe just think of something that you experienced like even last week, where you maybe felt like there was a situation and it's something that comes to your mind, or maybe in this past month even, something that comes to your mind when you think that you just feel like that situation was so significant in such a way that it kind of drained your energy. And when you think about it, some kind of situation, it's still draining your energy or make you feel heavy, and that is kind of a sign maybe that it's a cord connected to you that you need to work letting go of, cut off, just sometimes even, like external things, cords. It can be like financial situation, like economics, like your private finances. If you think about this is actually a good thing to do. Think about your private finances, like your own economy. And when you think about it, if you feel heavy in your body or in your heart and in your mind when you think about it, maybe it makes you feel like anxiety, or like it makes you maybe stressed, then you also know that there is a cord of like this negative emotions to it that we can work on letting go, in terms of viewing it as a cord to cut off. Or it might be some relation that you had in the past that you kind of still thinking about, and when you think about it, it maybe makes you feel drained of energy, or resentment, or guilt, or anger, or sadness, or something. And that's also some kind of object for cutting cords too. So it can also be something with your health, or like your maybe something that you feel like you're not living the life you are worth to live, maybe you're not where you want to be in life, or want to have the job that you are dreaming of, or something. And maybe you feel like there is something like a fear to it that's kind of blocking you. That kind of fear we can also cut as a cord, but we cannot just remove a pattern of thoughts, but we can try and cut the cords. So please have your intention with the use of your intuition, and I will be here and holding the space for you as you set the intention. And the intention that I have in this session is that I will be supporting you to cut the cords that you maybe have attachments connected to you. And when we have set the intention, I'm gonna blow out the candle and let the smoke take that intention with it into the universe, and kind of use the universal energy and your higher consciousness to sort of work in favor for you in order to do this. So I will blow out and the smoke with your intention of what kind of cord you want to disconnect that is going into the universe right now, and with your higher consciousness we are going to work on cutting these. And just to raise the frequencies as well for you, I will use this one to call you into the center as well, to call you in here to the moment, so that you, with your intention and the help of the universe, will be ready to cut the cords. I feel like if you think about like a yarn ball, and you think about that yarn ball is like expressing all these, you know, like cords. It's very, it can seem like a daunting task to even take on and try and deal with, you know. I will just do a little bit of Reiki on your crown as well, so that your higher consciousness is with you and tuned into the universe, so that this kind of energy also can identify and bring to your awareness, your third eye, these types of cords that you need to detach from. And you can just try and also relax, you know, just relax in this process. You don't have to, it's not like you are running away from the cords or the attachments. It's like you are just here present and you're going to let go of it. Just breathe slowly. Inhale, exhale, and feel ready to detach. And now I will bring the tools, and I have two different tools because I think that it depends on what we are, kind of how difficult these cords are, that we need two different tools. So I will start with the more gentle tool, then I will move to the other tool that's more cutting, you know. And the tool that I have for this is this one. So if you are ready and you feel ready, I will use this one, and you can picture it as a energetic kind of detachment tool to cut cords. And I will gently start and kind of entangle these cords and identify the cords that you want to let go of, and then we will use the more cutting type of tool that I have. So with every kind of removal of cords that you feel that you are ready to let go of, kind of entangle this yarn with cords, especially like maybe around your mind, but not necessarily entire patterns of thoughts, but more like the emotions that you may be holding, and it's a feeling to some situation that happened in the past, or maybe some emotions that you have related to aspects of your life, you know, for example, finances, your work, your free time, maybe to, you know, maybe you feel stressed about not having enough sleep, something that you feel that you and some of the chords might even be in your heart center, and this is a difficult part to kind of entangle in one session, but we will remove the aspects that we can and cutting away anything kind of removing it. Sometimes the energies doesn't even want to get loose, then we have to use the other tool that I'm gonna show, but I'm trying also to use a little bit of, you know, energy to kind of draw it in such a way that it's kind of released. And where are all the cords going? Well, we take them into the earth. The best place to recycle anything is the earth itself, because a lot of these things happen to you in the life within this universe, and you can of course release it like recklessly into the universe, but we don't want the cords that you have to get entangled in somebody else and kind of affect them in a negative way. We want the earth itself that we are connected to take care of any of these cords and just recycle it and detach them from you. So the tool I have is this. It's a tiny little knife, and I will use it metaphorically, of course, to detach these cords. And the interesting part with this one is that it's like made by shamanic energies. So I don't know if you can tell, but you see this part here is actually a reindeer horn. So this one is handcrafted with you know, these horns from the reindeer, and it has been attached with a small little tiny knife, maybe to suit, I don't know, magically small people, because this one is absolutely tiny, you know. Like, I don't even think a kid could use this one, but it's like the 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 people who did this, they were like, because actually the house where I live, there has been like kind of shamanic energies, um, not staying and living, but like kind of passing through, because there has been like this aboriginal, like native kind of Sapmi people actually living here, and sometimes there has been some shamanic energies passing, you know. And from this types of people, we have this special tool. We have this special tool. My nose was a bit, you know. We have this special tool with like shamanic energies, and I will say that a lot of things in my area is there's a lot of shamanic kind of, you know, past type of things that has happened, you know. And I wish I had like a shamanic drum, because that would be interesting to use in a video. But I don't have it, but I'm just saying. So, because this can feel a bit scary, but it's like a knife, just think about it metaphorically, that we take this object, and anything that is not yet released in form of a cord, maybe that, you know, energy, like that emotion in you that have kind of been with you for a very long time, and you just feel like it doesn't sit right with you, you know, you really want to let that go, then we will cut it out of your energetic field. And we do this in a metaphorical type of way, in this sacred and safe space. So I will just cut away the cords that are sitting with you and is not serving you. And I use it kind of and please breathe please breathe as I'm doing this as well, because and maybe there are some cords you are not ready to let go of, or that you haven't identified, and we will, I think we will call in the universe a bit more, the higher consciousness of you that is connected to the universe and kind of knows and kind of heals and kind of is possible to sort of work with the earth and everything, you know. And we will just take a moment to sort of tune into that again, to kind of really connect ourselves into it, and then we will cut the final cords that you want to let go of. Some cords you maybe want to keep, you know, and that's totally your choice, you know. But I have this one, it's like what is it called, druzy, I think it's called a druzy. And this druzy is actually I don't know if you can tell, but it's resembling galaxy, like a little galaxy here in the middle, as far as I'm kind of thinking and viewing it. Maybe you can see from the other side, galaxy almost. And that type of energy we're kind of using to open you and kind of focusing in, connecting to the universe with your higher consciousness that already is connected, but it, you know, it has to be from above and kind of tune, so it's, you know, possible for you to comprehend it, you know. So we have this kind of shamanic tool, or shamanically made little tool, and we will try and cut the cord, but kind of doesn't really want to be detached. So again, we will try. And just feel like you are drawing that light in from the universe and filling yourself with light, so that these kind of lurking type of cords, they kind of, they don't have room and they don't have space to be with you, you know. And that's how we can, when you are filled with light, we can really detach this. I will go a little bit to the back of you, and please don't worry. Please don't worry about me using the tool. But you know, some of these cords that we think are difficult to cut away and kind of get rid of, they might actually, you know, have some kind of attachment to the energetic field that is, you know, like our back, that we don't even almost know that they are with us, because they are kind of in the back, maybe in the past, you know, but it's still coming to our consciousness sometimes, and our higher consciousness know that it's not supposed to be with us, but we haven't really figured out how we're gonna, you know, kind of cut that cord. So I will kind of do a little bit in your back of your energetic field with the tool. And then the other side here. I will just kind of go over your energetic field now and kind of settle the crown for you, like, because you are connected to the higher rooms of consciousness, and you want that to be like you want it to be like a safe, open flower, lotus, like it's not, you don't want anything to kind of sneak in that kind of crown. So I will kind of settle it, and so that you have like a dense and protection around your crown, so that these kind of cords, they probably, it's difficult to kind of avoid them, but that you kind of have a little bit of protection, from it. And you're sealing your aura, sealing it so in such way that these experiences that you have and will have are not becoming cords in your life and in yourself. You have to participate in helping me doing this, because this is it's like your own will that kind of is allowing for this kind of sealing of your aura, like that you have this outer kind of protection around you. So if it's like your choice, and everything is your choice, this is important, but if you have the will to have like a seal in your outer kind of aura, and that kind of defends you from these types of cords that may be coming to you, then you can benefit from this energetic work that we're doing right now. So just kind of sealing in. It's not like blocking you from sensing, it's not like blocking you from experiencing, and it's not like blocking you from spirit world or anything. It's not like blocking you from divinity or some kind of higher type of guidance or something. It's only blocking you, or not you, but blocking the cords from attaching into your field and being there, if they have low type of heavy type of energies that it's not going to benefit. So kind of sealing, taking light energies in, but blocking the frequencies of energies that creating those difficult chords that kind of can impact your life. So creating that type of shield that doesn't allow these heavy energies into your field, or they will come, but it will not they will not stay with you, it will not get entangled and stay around you for, you know, in some cases, some cords might stay around for like years, you know, and we don't want that, because ultimately you should be happy, you should have joy, you should have ease in life, you should be at peace, you should be respected always, you should have rest, you should have health, you should have a powerful mind, like you should feel that at where you are in life exactly, you are content, you know, have that kind of good vibes, and that your future is yours, you know, your future is yours, that you can change something in your what you want for future, and that you can sort of impact your future. So we're setting the seal away from kind of heavy emotions and stuff that might, maybe we will feel it in a situation, but not kind of have it as a cord. I think I will use this one just for some of these cords are not easy, you know. This is what I want to say. And they're kind of sneaky as well, you know. We don't notice them even when we're doing this work, that they may be hiding behind the light energies. We really need to do the kind of shadow work, you know, to identify them. So I think I will end here this session, because, you know, all these energy and energetic works, and it kind of have to settle within our own energies, like in your energy. And it's, I don't want to do something that is uncomfortable for you, in even if some stuff are kind of shadow work, or like a little bit like it's something we maybe don't want to think about, but we want to work with it so we can be finished with it. But I don't want to keep you in that energies for very long. I want you to be centered and at peace and at ease, and you know that you are relaxed, and you, even if we thinking about any chords or something, that after the session you feel at least you are at ease, you know, in yourself in this moment. And that's why I think you did really good in this session, that you have stayed until now, and that this type of energy work, it will kind of settle all the energies in the next, maybe, I don't know, time ahead. Time is very difficult to talk about when you talk about energy, so I can't tell exactly how much time it is, because energies have their own way of working, but just so that you are aware. So thank you so much for tuning in and being in this session, and also the fact that you allow me to be here and support you in your own kind of things, you know. And I'm very, very, very happy to be able to do this, and I really hope I am able to continue. And please subscribe if you haven't done that yet, so that I can continue and you know, create this type of content to support you. So see you in the next session.